Hello everybody, this is Jarrett with Enphase Energy. This is our new Learning on Demand video session, and today's video will demonstrate how to apply the appropriate grid profiles to any new microinverter installation to match your local utilities. This video will go step by step to show you where to select those grid profiles for your location within the Enlighten activation form. So with that, let's go ahead and show you how to get to the activation page within Enlighten. What I really suggest though at the very beginning is to plug in your Envoy at the office, plug it in, get it an internet connection. This is going to help facilitate getting the software to the Envoy and speeding up your installation time once you're on the site. So once you're on the enphase.com website, look for the Enlighten login button in the upper right hand side of the screen. We're going to go ahead and click that and log into Enlighten with our login and password that we already have created. Once we're on here, at the installer dashboard, what we can do is just navigate down here to where it says add new system, and when we click that, that's going to take us to the new activation page. And the new activations, which is something we're probably already familiar with, there's a couple of things that we want to point out that are going to make your life a little bit easier. So the system information we're going to fill out as we normally would. That's not going to change at all. The owner information, again, same information we're going to enter in. What's different now is the location for country and state. When we select a different country that isn't the United States, if we have a special grid profile for it, it's actually going to populate with a new grid profile selection down here. This also holds true for different states within the United States that have different grid profiles. For instance, Hawaii. As soon as you select the state of Hawaii, it will give you different options for the grid profiles that are available for that region. So in this instance, let's go ahead and just kind of pick a new location. So let's pick Mexico. That's one of our newer regions that we're supporting now. So as soon as we select Mexico, what you'll see down here underneath the Envoy section is a grid profile selection pop up. And what we can do is we can actually just use this drop down box and we can see all the various different types of grid profiles that we have for different regions around the globe. So for this instance, for Mexico, we're going to navigate all the way down to the bottom and we're going to look for the one that says SAM 60-120-1304. This is the proper utility grid profile that we need for this region. And we're just going to go ahead and select it. But you notice there was different regions all over the globe that we need to pick. Now, one thing to note is the Envoy serial number. Now, we just want to make sure that the Envoy serial number that we enter in here is the one that we take out onto the job site. And that's going to basically tell Enlighten to look for this particular Envoy on the site. And that's going to go ahead and push down these new grid profiles and any software that needs to go with those to that Envoy, which then can distribute that out to the inverters. So, as a best practices, I always tell people, if you're an installer, go ahead and plug the Envoy in when you're doing the activation. If it's at your office, that's great. That's going to help speed up the process later down the road because you may have to download new software, and at your office you've got to get internet connection. You know that you can talk to that guy and get things up and running. So that's how we select the grid profiles for different countries around the world, different locations, as well as different states. So actually, just let me show you how to do a different state real fast for you guys in Hawaii, because I know you guys have to deal with this a lot. So under here, we're going to select countries, United States. We're going to select Hawaii for our location, and you'll see our grid profile now changes. And now we have the ones that are specific for Hawaii. And then again, we just go ahead and click it, and then that's going to go ahead and make sure that we get the correct grid profiles for that location. So easy peasy, nice and quick to do. It really doesn't change anything on your side. It's just helping you get your grid profiles for your location and help speeding up your installation to make sure that you've got your inverters that are going to be operating correctly with the correct grid profiles in your area. So that wraps up our video on how to set your grid profiles through the Enlighten activation. If you need additional resources, we have them here on our main webpage. Just go to enphase.com/envoy. This will get you to the resource page for the Envoy Communications Gateway. If you just scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see you can get the data sheet as well as a link for additional resources. So thank you for watching the video, and we look forward to you tuning in to the next one. Thank you. Have a great day.